doubt it all, reasonable or otherwise? No. So don't give me allegedly. You don't believe it yourself. Okay, but maybe Abe could bring in the feds. Him going in alone to arrest these guys now. He's not going to be alone. We're backing him up. Hardy chewed at his cheek. We're not the cops. Truer words were never said. There's no time to call in the feds, Diz. There's no time to convince any bureaucracy to move. You of all people should know that. I'm just saying if we had a little more time. McGuire shook his head. Time's up, Diz. They decide you're next. The good money bet, by the way. They pull up to you maybe today, maybe tomorrow. They're not going to care if Franny's in the car with you or the kids. You're just gone, like the others. I know you're right. Damn straight. The light changed. McGuire hit the gas and lurched ahead. Listen, you think I want to be here. I don't want to be here. I keep thinking the law, McGuire snorted. The law. Your precious fucking law. It's going to protect you, right? Like it has everybody else. It's my life, Mose. I've pretty much got to believe that, don't I? The law's not your life. It's your job. Your life is something else entirely. The first law is you protect your life and the people you love. Hardy stared out the window. McGuire was riding his adrenaline. These guys don't give a shit, Diz. Isn't that pretty clear by now? They've got the law, the cops in this town anyway, in their pocket. It's unfair and unlikely, okay, but that's what's happened. So now all that's left is they take out you and your meddling friend Abe and it's all over. They win. Life goes back to normal. Except you guys are both dead, and maybe my sister with you, and I'm not willing to take that chance. His eyes ticked across the seat. You're telling me after all that's gone down, you don't see this? You don't know for a fact this can happen? Is going to happen? No. I see it all right, Mose. I don't know how we got here. That's all. It's so unreal. Yeah. Well, remember Nam. It was unreal, too, until the bullets started flying. The World Trade Center was pretty unreal, too, if you think about it. You think people are reasonable. You think there are rules. But then guess what? Suddenly there aren't. All right. But we're not going in shooting, Mose. We're backing up Abe, and that's all we're doing. If you say so. Unless something goes wrong. McGuire threw him another look. Couldn't tell if he was serious or not. Hardy would crack wise at his own execution. The truck turned onto the freeway going south. Hardy pulled a box from his jacket pocket and set it on his lap, then pulled off the lid. Reaching under his arm, he pulled out the massive blue steel Colts police special that he'd carried when he'd been a cop years before. He snapped open the cylinder, spun it, and began pulling .357 copper-jacketed hollow points from the box one at a time, dropping them into their slots. When the 6 bullets were in place, he closed up and reholstered the gun, then pulled a second cylinder from his other pocket. Methodically, click, click, click as they fell into the cylinder. He sat filling the speed loader. Chapter 1. 10 o'clock, a Wednesday morning in the beginning of July. John Holliday extended one arm over the back of the couch at his lawyer's Sutter Street office. Today he was comfortably dressed in stonewashed blue jeans, hiking boots, and a white high-collared shirt so heavily starched that it had creaked when he lowered himself into his slouch. His other hand had come to rest on an oversized silver and turquoise belt buckle. His long legs stretched out all the way to the floor, his ankles crossed. Nothing about his posture much suggested his possession of a backbone. Women had liked him since he'd outgrown his acne. His deep-set eyes seemed the window to a poet's soul, with the stained glass of that window the odd whitish blue of glacier water. Now, close up, those eyes revealed subtle traces of dissolution and loss. There was complexity here, even mystery. With an easy style and pale features, his jaw had the clean definition of a blade. He'd been making female hearts go pitter-patter for so long now that he took it for granted. He didn't much understand it. To him, the prettiness of his face had finally put him off enough that he'd grown a mustache. Full, drooping, and yellow as corn silk, it was 2 or 3 shades lighter than the hair on his head, and had only made him more handsome. When his face was at rest, Holliday still didn't look 30, but when he laughed, the lines added a decade. Got him up to where he belonged. He still enjoyed a good laugh, though he smiled less than he used to. He was smiling now, though at his lawyer, Dismas Hardy, over by the sink throwing water on his face for the 3rd time in 10 minutes. As though that's going to help. Holliday's voice carried traces of his father's Tennessee accent, and the edges of it caressed like a soft southern breeze. It would help if I could dry off. Didn't the first 2 times. Hardy had used up the last of